like pretty much up top is really close to being done. I'd say it's about 90%.
90%.
As far as what we got envisioned for stage one. And then we got a bunch of stuff to build out there on the field. So that's going to be primarily this year is advertising and building. So again, that's going to be another year that none of us can get paid because it all needs to get focused out there to bring it up as quick as possible to the standard that we're looking for. So luckily everybody on the team knows that.
And one thing I want to preface is we're not ever complaining that we don't get paid. We're okay with that.
Yeah, not one bit.
We know what we signed ourselves up for. And again, like I said in the previous video, it's a labor of love. So, yeah, not complaining, just, putting out there because I don't know if some people realize that all of us are volunteers.
And we keep dragging Bloop around like a sack of potatoes, but, he enjoys it deep down inside.
I love it.
Being dragged around like a sack or...
All right, let's go ahead and grab that last one.
This isn't going to make me, pee myself or anything, is it?
It might if you pass out.
It's going to be like Billy Madison, it's okay, everybody's doing it. And it starts...
All right, so literally, this one, you only need a small dab.
Well, let me get my chicken ready. God. Oh!
I'm not doing just a small.
Smell it.
We did at the beginning of the podcast before you came up here.
Oh, okay.
We, smelled it, and I was like, oh, God.
Yeah, just put a small dab on the plate.
Oh, I'm about to wee-wee on myself.
No, don't do that. Put it on the plate. Okay. I'm telling you.
He said no.
God. Oh, God.
Yeah, put that whole thing on your chicken.
Oh, God. I'm scared.
Darren's going to be...
Are you sure you want to do this, babe?
Mm-hmm.
Do you guys have a trash can? Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I think we all need to hit it at the same time.
All right.
Or Batman.
I'm not Batman. I'm Robin.
Whatever.
So this is Mad Dog 357 Anniversary Edition.
It says it's over 1 million Scoville, right?
Yeah, over 1 million.
So, who knows? It could be 3 million.
Ooh, I got a lot on there.
Gosh, that
Okay.
smells hot. Okay, ready? Oh, boy.
That hits the back of your throat.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
Oh, boy.
my entire face is on fire. Oh, God.
That is so hot.
I'm going in for it, baby.
I can feel it in... Oh, my... It just builds.
Yeah.
It's the gift that keeps on giving.
Why does this taste like herpes? Oh, ooh. Is it just like a stay around burn and then it goes away? I shit myself in the face with chicken.
I think you need more.
No.
Oh, my goodness.
All right, what's the question?
Hold on, let me regain my bearing.
Hurt my eardrum.
It's intense.
Oh my gosh, it gets worse.
You just gotta ride it out. It's a burn that I'm gonna have
This is
drool.
horrible.
I thought I was gonna do way worse.
I'm sweating.
You tear it up.
My belly is not happy with me.
It's so hot.
Oh,
We'll try your ice
oh
cream.
my gosh, it's so hot.
You need a little bit more.
I'm not doing more.
Like, it is like
I'm dying right
in
now.
my gland.
Want to see that already?
Yeah. Yeah, dude.
Oh my lord.
That's horrible.
My tongue, I have so much saliva right now. I'm.
We're gonna use some chicken to wash it down.
We're going in for a second.
Now we get the hot sauce, the episode I'm on. That's intense. That is. That's a lot.
It's literally stuck in my gland.
What's fucked up is it tastes good too. But it's so hot.
It does have good. That one actually has some good flavor.
Yeah.
It hurts more when I talk. So.
Right. That's why I'm just like,
You just gotta ride it out. That's the thing about hot stuff. You just gotta.
I'm really surprised you did it.
It's really
I'm just gonna
embrace the
whip
suck.
out.
Is really what it is.
Why that's not how you are with hot stuff?
Well, I want to eat my ice cream, but like I don't want to eat it to cool my mouth down. I just want to eat ice cream.
I have more downstairs. Eat this to cool. We can eat more later.
All right.
I just really like ice cream, guys.
All right. Experiences with G2 that affected your life. Not including this one. It is worse the more you breathe.
Well, why did you keep dipping your chicken in it, doof?
I'm gonna just enjoy this ice cream real quick.
Oh my gosh.
Things of G2 that have affected my life.
I'm crying. Not because of the words that he said. He didn't say anything good. But because of the hot sauce.
I think understanding different ways of approaching things and discussing and communicating
That wasn't so bad.
all of the ice cream cools it down immediately.
Yeah, that was pretty good.
But I think like just the amount of communication and the like starting from like a young, dumb, immature kid on the team and having to have all the influences of the people that aren't on the team anymore and the people that are on the team, you guys. I think I've learned to communicate better, which is really good for marriage, everybody. Communicate.
It doesn't just do good on the battlefield, it does really good in personal life too.
Yeah. I mean, communicating in job interviews, like, and it's funny. G2 actually helped me impress one of my drill sergeants I had at basic training too. He was an infantry drill sergeant.
Oh, really?
And you would think, oh, you brought up Airsoft and you got called a noob and shut up, trainee, do push-ups. Drill Sergeant Torres, after, end of the day, invited trainees that wanted to go over, like, room clearing and battle tactics. And I went in for the classes like, heck yeah, I love this stuff, shoot, move, and communicate. We went in and he was going over stacks and like who goes in, pie the corner, give yourself some leeway so your barrel's not protruding through the doorway, fatal funnels, all that stuff. And I kept answering his questions and answering him right. He's like, Jetty, what the heck is your MOS? And I told him my MOS, and it's a Pogue MOS, proud to be a Pogue here. Nothing wrong with it. And he's like, what is even that? I was like, I really don't know, Drill Sergeant. But he's like, how do you know all this stuff? I was like, I helped run an airsoft field, Drill Sergeant. He's like, oh, right on, right on. And I actually got like commended for it. So I've learned more tactics in airsoft than I have really in the military. And that's no detriment to the military. I'm not in a combat MOS. So, you do your basic stuff in basic and then you move on and do your other stuff. I'm more on the technical side of the house. Autism. So, but I think those are the two major things that G2 has helped me, be better at in real life. Is communicating. Communicating has been and I suck at communicating. I'm so bad at it. But are you guys still dying over here?
It just will not go away.
Mine won't go
Really?
away.
It,
Mine's gone. No.
Take another dab,
No.
I had like a quarter-sided dab.
Drink
As
some
soon
of
as
the
I
milk. The
move
milk helps.
as soon as I move my tongue, it starts burning again.
I don't even like milk.
Neither do I. I hate milk.
Aren't you lactose intolerant?
It's lactose-free
bit.
milk.
Oh,
Okay.
I thought it tasted like that.
Mm-hmm.
It had like that silkiness on it.
Yeah.
Yeah, so G2 is more than just about, going out and shooting one another in the woods. It's about life growing too, I think. in a
Oh yeah.
sense.
Well, and Darren and Angie have been the biggest help to me. I rely on them so much. I got a question about, hey, I'm looking at getting an apartment because I don't think I can afford a house, but I don't want to have, to rent because there's no positive equity in that. And I've learned a lot of adult things because of questions I've asked them and they've been able to help me with. If I need to, I want to put some posts in my backyard and secure them for a hammock. I'm going to call Blooper because he's my Crete guy. He knows a lot about the Crete. And I don't know anything, and this guy knows a little too much. Autism.
He's tasted a little too much.
Yeah. Well, yeah. He's a dirt eater. But, it's okay. Not anymore. You just sit in the truck. But
Whatever.
just overall, G2 has been just such a positive for my life. And I really can't imagine where I would be. I would be different and probably not for the better if I had not said, hey, you need some help putting this tent up? I was raised really well, good morals, good parents.
Mm-hmm.
And I think, you just help people out. I'm here about to enjoy these people's event. Why not just, that tent looks like it sucks. Let me tell you, that tent sucks.
Yes,
That
it
is
does.
the worst.
We did it.
There's a reason we
a lot
don't
of
use
times.
it anymore because it's terrible. But I mean, just from that simple start, my life was changed immediately. Just all for the better, And I get to go around and shoot toy guns at people and throw, pyro and.
Mm-hmm.
It's just fun. I've been in a helicopter and shot people out of from a helicopter. Where else are you gonna do that? For
Yeah.
$30.
Yep.
It's just I've had a lot of opportunities. Got to go to Vegas for the first time for SHOT Show last year. I mean, that was fun until you get home and you get the shot flu. That not fun. The shot flu is terrible. Be ready, because one of you will get it this year, guaranteed.
Not it.
We'll
Because
see.
the flu's going around right now, and then you go this month. So, and then you have people from all over the globe coming in on planes too.
Yep.
But I mean, when we met Donald Trump Jr. That's another opportunity you never would have had without G2. And then
We saw Sarah Huckabee there as
Sanders,
well.
yeah,
Oh,
and
I know. I'm so sad. I miss that. I love her.
well, and then your $60 ribeye you had,
Yeah.
breakfast, lunch, and dinner.
It was too good.
Okay, so I'm going to put this out there, a little piece of advice for anybody. If you ever find yourself in the Trump International Hotel in Las Vegas, Nevada, it's going to sound stupid, but try the chicken strips and fries. It'll be
They're
the
good.
best chicken strips and fries you've ever had. And yes, I was the one that was like, let me get the chicken tenders and fries. Okay?
Yeah, let's get a McDonald's meal at the Trump Hotel.
But the best chicken strips I've ever had. And fries were really good too.
It's probably just Tyson chicken strips.
Definitely not.
Well, they made the best Tyson chicken strips ever.
Yeah. Well, I don't know. I've been really blessed to be on the G2 team, and I find myself looking back at where we started when I joined. It's just amazing what we've accomplished. We've defeated a lot of things that were stacked against us. We've, gone through a lot of trials, tribulations to be where we're at now, and there's nothing stopping us now. We have so many good ideas that are curated from our members' brains that a lot of you guys don't know about yet, and
Yeah, we got a lot of cool
We
stuff
will-
we're kind of working on in the background as we got time.
we're still building. We've been at that field for 2 years now. you know, a lot of the other fields you go to that are really good that you like have been there for 10 plus years, you know. And I think with as much as we've put out in 2 years, you know.
Yeah, we've done a lot in 2.
Oh,
Right,
absolutely.
like-
Not to toot our own horn, but like
No, I think we should. I think we should toot our own horn because
unless you're going to get a bank loan to like
Yeah.
prop it up or whatever, like we've done a lot with just staying debt free.
yeah,
Yeah, absolutely.
100%.
and there's no stopping right now. You know, G2's never going to stop. We're going to keep pushing on. We're going to get through whatever obstacle it is.
Yep.
And be there side by side to get there. And bring the best airsoft paintball if you guys want to come out and do it, but never seems to have people interested in it. You know?
You good, Blue? Okay. Just had to check.
Yeah.
Did what I say really touch your heart?
It didn't. I mean, it did.
He's lying. I just feel really fortunate to be on G2. And
Yeah, we're very fortunate that we've got the crew that we have.
Yeah.
Oh
And that
my
we've
gosh,
been able
we're
to,
so blessed.
you know, it was like Angie mentioned in the last podcast, an airsofters is generally in it only for 2 years and then
Yeah.
they're out. So we're very grateful, even for some that have come and gone. You know, like Rick and Steve. Like Rick and Steve, you know, they're kind of like on the team, but not. They're what we call reservists. Because like life's gotten in the way, they can't come out as often as they're required to by our agreements and stuff. But I mean, just to have met all these people and had them be a part of us, and then we can be a part of them, it's an amazing thing.
Yeah, I agree.
We're all very fortunate and blessed for it.
Yeah.
And that's why that 5-minute segment at the anniversary is important.
So we don't toot our own horns now.
Can we get like one of those rainbow things, the more you know type?
Oh, yeah. Reading
Include
Rainbow.
that, the more you know.
Yeah, it's SpongeBob just going.
All right, well, anybody else got anything they want to say or share? Aaron looks like he's got something on his mind.
Should he tell the grenade at Black Ops?
Well, is it yours?
No, you're talking about Brushy.
No,
Is that what you're talking
no,
about?
the Black Ops grenade where we were all running together, or the med tent story.
Hey, what's with the med tent? I forget. I know
So
you guys were like galloping through the woods together. So.
it was during turf wars, right?
Yeah.
I'm gonna change my napkin because I don't want to relive that. That was terrible. It was during our turf wars event, and Seven had tasked me and Blooper and I to go get the gas can to bring it back because that was how the game mode worked. You had to bring it there, fill it, take it back or whatever. And
You just had to reset the,
we reset
the
it,
checkpoint.
yeah. Oh, hey, look, it was that simple to say it. Anyways. I hate this. I feel like I'm talking way too much.
No, you're doing fine.
You're doing just fine, honey.
Did you ever think you'd hear me say that?
Huh?
Did you ever think you'd hear those words come out of my mouth?
Actually, no. I think I might make a plaque about that.
On this
First
day,
the first award MarMar ever got. Yes.
mark it down, January 2nd, 2025.
Yeah, I think we'll bring back the awards this year too.
Only if I get one.
Gotta be here for it.
Oh, okay. He's gonna bring him back every year I'm deployed.
No, you gotta just give us the pizzazz before you go.
Ah.
Yeah, so we had to reset the checkpoint with the gas.
Yeah. And so I was like, well, I'll go do it. And Blooper's like, well, let me help you with that. So we started walking, and Blooper looks at me, and he's like, hey, I heard some people found this like old abandoned military medical tent, you know, back a ways in the field. And our field is so big. There's parts of it I still haven't seen. Like,
I've still not seen the medical tent.
it's pretty far back there.
Oh, so you haven't seen this, you think?
I have not.
So we probably should have picked up the objective first. But we did that second. He's like, dude, come, I want to show you the med tent. I was like, okay. So we just keep walking and walking and walking. And like, it feels like those dense forests areas. It's like on the far end of by the the gun range side. And it reminds me of that scene in the Hobbit where they get like sick because of the forest is like enchanted or whatever. You know what I'm talking about? It kind of looked like that. And we get there and it's literally just an old military tent, you know, in the middle of the trees, not like literally nothing else around. And I'm like, you can't see in it. And I'm like, what the heck is he got me into? And I'm like, he's like, well, let's go. And I'm like, well, you're at least going to hold my hand? So he grabs my hand and pulls me in. And I'm like,
holding hands and skipping.
I drawed my airsoft pistol. I'm like, there's going to be something in here. And I'm going to be as ready as I can. We get in there and there's nothing in there. And we're like, huh, well, this is cool. Then we made some jokes. And then we walked back, got the objective, and did what we were supposed to in the beginning.
And then got yelled at by Darren.
Yeah, I was like, what the hell's taking y'all so long? We got shit to do. You guys are over here galloping through the woods
He
together.
Exaggerated it. It wasn't that gay.
Well, maybe that one instance, but like throughout the whole day, you guys were just holding each other's dicks the entire time. Like,
It wasn't that bad.
enough for me to point it out.
I think he was just jealous.
I think so.
That's what it was.
He wouldn't leave me alone.
It's okay. I'm kind of out of the equation now because you're number 2. So I'm number like 12.
What was the other thing? Aside from the med tent?
The grenade at Bristol? I don't remember.
Yeah, you were talking about that.
What grenade?
When you blew up the kid's finger.
What?
Oh, no, you're talking about the Junkyard King.
Yes.
Oh, yeah,
So-
Junkyard King, okay.
Bristol, Black Ops, field we love. Dear to my heart.
Yeah. It's
Will-
who we aspire to be,
Yeah.
just so you all
Will,
know.
great job. Love
Yeah.
that place. Keep it up. It was a role-playing game. It was Willie's Wild Wasteland, or Willie's Wasteland was the event. And it was like a kind of like a post-apocalyptic, kind of like Rev from Battlehack Airsoft. You pick a character, you role play it, or you just dress like Lucas Botkins and go play Airsoft, which is kind of what we did. But there were like quests that like you really weren't told about, and then you accidentally found out. Like for example, he has a junkyard out on his field now, which is it's after oil field, right?
It's adjacent to it.
Yeah, it's
I
adjacent.
thought he already had a junkyard out there.
So he didn't the last time we all went, when we went with the helicopter.
Because there was a bunch of like cars and stuff out there.
Well, maybe he was starting it, but there's a lot of cars there now. Like it feels like an actual junkyard now.
Oh, okay.
But there was a player that was doing the role of the Junkyard King, and we were like, this is like Wasteland, every man for themselves. So us G2 personnel, and Blooper's brother. What's up, buddy? Hope you're doing good. Started pushing into the junkyard. Well, we're kind of like, the game had just started and we had already been engaged by somebody like in the first 12 seconds. In the first 12 seconds of the day of the game starting, we got engaged and we're like, what is going on?
How the hell?
Is this how the whole day is going to be? So we were already on edge, and we're in this tree line on the outskirts of it, like trying to scan the area, see what we got going on before we enter. Well, we push in online into the junkyard, and we see there's guys, standing on the outside or on the backside of the junkyard, and we're like, what the? And we had watched a couple engagements go down inside the junkyard before we infilled. Well, we get there and we're like looking at these dudes with their rifles up, and we're looking at them and we're like, what's about to happen? Somebody shoots, we don't know how, so we're just like, all right, it's on. We just start mowing these dudes down, and like, was it David threw the frag?
I threw the first
Bluebird, and it was a tag in.
Yeah.
He threw a tag in. Well, apparently the Junkyard King isn't supposed to get killed, and we didn't kill him intentionally. But the frag landed right by the van in the center where all these guys that were engaging us were, and blew up, and I guess threw some shrapnel into some dude's hand from the pyro. Not sure. It's not important. But we pissed the Junkyard King off and had to like find some gas for him to fill up one of his junkers to make him happy again. I don't know. It was a wild time, but just don't kill the Junkyard King.
It was mostly your fault, though.
No, it wasn't.
Yeah, because you radioed that they're challenging us.
They were.
So I threw a frag.
I swear somebody engaged us before you threw that frag. Still to this day, I stand by that.
All I hear over the radio is they're challenging us. So I'm like, well, I can fix
Well,
this.
and then the so-called shrapnel in the hand, which
I find that to be BS myself. I've
Yeah,
been
I don't
around
think-
enough of those grenades that
you're around a rusty old vehicle and you're getting in engagements. Like anything could have happened.
Yeah.
yeah, but I don't see it from the grenade itself.
No,
I
I
mean,
don't.
because you guys were were you throwing the tag-ins?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I find it hard to believe.
Yeah, so
I
I
think he
find
cut
that.
his finger on the...
Well, that's what we came to think. But I mean, really, who knows? But
Did he
We're
push
gloves
the?
kids.
Did
It
he
ended up
push,
turning-
push the issue, or did he push the issue, or was like, hey, you did this,
A
and
little bit. We kind of halted what we were doing.
yeah, they ceasefired, and it
goodness
turned into one of
gracious.
those ceasefire moments. You're like real world, and it's like
Why are you being such a wimp for it? Go put on gloves
just
next time.
just go deal with it. Like go into a safe zone and deal with it. Like
Go in your
it's
safe
one of
space.
those. Yeah, that's one of those things I like don't really care for too much.
If you're watching this, you're a wimp.
I just. I mean, I
I'm just gonna
don't.
clip that little section out. That's gonna be its own little.
That's why.
If you're watching this, you're a wimp.
I don't disagree.
that should
I
be the
don't know.
opening.
Yeah.
Like, real world being yelled should be saved for like,
Life or death.
yeah, like that chick that had the PTSD episode at Battlegrounds. Okay, I can get behind that. That's real world.
Yeah.
Everybody pause. Don't move. Get her off the field, and then continue. But like you injured yourself slightly, or like
We had another person like have a scratch on their arm or something. They were yelling real well. I was like, dude, what are you doing? Like,
quit being babies. Okay, you have no clue how bad it can be.
you could walk off the field easily for that kind of
Yeah.
situation. You didn't severely harm yourself.
You know how many times I've cut myself, or like started bleeding or something?
Well, the time before Willie's Wasteland we went, that gun truck was pushing down the road and you couldn't get into it because it was armored and they were allowed to shoot out of it with no MED, which I thought I liked that. I think we should do real caps, 500 FPS, 100 people. Once you're hit, you're dead. That would be awesome. Like, anyways, the gun truck came down the road and I caught that BB and it went into my chin.
Oh yeah.
And I didn't yell real world. I just popped it out like a pimple and went on with my day, and it just continued to bleed. Your guys were like, "You're bleeding." I was like, "Oh, all right." And just
Yeah, I mean, what else are you gonna do? I mean,
Yeah.
you want to go to the
I'm not
hospital for
I'm
it?
not gonna stop playing. I paid good money for this event.
You're not gonna die.
They
you
can
know?
call the ambulance if I bleed out. It's not my problem then.
Yeah.
I think that's one thing I'd like to see a little bit better in Airsoft is, just embracing the suck a little bit more. Like, not letting...
Be a little bit more of a man.
Yeah,
I'd say.
and that not be such a big boohoo baby about stupid stuff. Like, oh,
That's what I'm saying.
you
be
didn't
a
call
little
us
more man.
shit.
Like,
Who cares? Okay, well then
learn to know what is like worthy and what's not.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe maybe that's worth somebody's time. I can tell you it's not worth mine. I'll step back, walk back to my fob, and
just
then go
gonna-
a different direction.
Exactly. I'll just call the hit and I'll just respawn. It's fine.
Yeah. I don't like that negativity in the sport, and I don't think we have a lot of it in our field. We have very little.
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree.
It's just the times it does happen. It really irks me. I hate it.
Yeah. Luckily at the new field, I don't think we've had too much.
I've had it happen one time
One time.
while I was adminning. That's it. And then there was another time that it happened online, and I don't think we should get into that. So, that's not a very public opinion I'd like to share.
Yeah, it's probably best that we don't share everything.
Yeah. You guys don't want to know what I'd have to say about that. Just being honest, guys.
You got anything else, Blooper? Babe?
No, I'm good.
Good?
I'm good. I got ice cream. I love ice cream.
That's getting clipped. Ooh.
Are you still feeling the heat?
No, not anymore.
Yeah, mine's finally died off too.
My tummy's a little bit upset.
Dude, my stomach hurts so bad.
I'm not gonna
So
lie.
bad.
I feel perfectly fine.
Yeah.
Tomorrow,
Yeah, I feel fine.
my drive home, I'm gonna have to take some toilet paper with me, just to be safe.
It's right there.
All right, well, I guess we'll end the episode then. So, thanks for tuning in to episode 3.
Yep.
We'll catch you guys around.
Goodbye.
Thanks, guys.
Bye.